Start recording, start streaming, go live. We'll do this little thing we call an intro, Evan.
All right.
Let's go.
Do it.
Oh, shit. What's going on, Evan?
Not much. How are you doing?
Oh, man. I was jamming out to some Dave, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Man, it is Sunday. It is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Matt, man.
What?
I got to tell Matt Rice's. I'm going to have to go to his Facebook. I've got a hunting story for you, man, that you ain't going to believe. I wish I still had the damn phone number. I'd have him call in and do the let him tell it, but I'm gonna go to his Facebook. Hold on, cause you got to hear this damn story, man.
Okay. I like a good hunting story.
Well, I tell you what, and this one's crazy as hell. Matt, I hope you don't mind, brother. You're gonna be some of mine and Evan's. Hey, we got to fill a show, dude. So we're gonna use some
we
of
got to
your.
please the people.
Yeah. Any happenings this weekend, Evan?
No, sorry. I don't do much except sleep or try to sleep. I haven't been outside this weekend. I know it was nice weather. I wanted to do a few things and it didn't happen.
All right, you ready for this story? It's kind of long. I'm just going to read his Facebook post. So it says, okay, as most of you guys have heard, I had a crazy deer story. Well, here it is. I climbed up in my stand the other night around 3:30 p.m. Around 5, I heard what appeared to be a deer in the back thicket making a rub. Hey, listen, I'm already going to tell you, if any of you have never been out in the country, a lot of these words you're going to have to write down and look like thicket. City people don't know what a thicket is. But as soon as he said thicket, I knew exactly, but you know. But anyway, I lost my place, Evan. Shortly after that, a small forky, which is a small buck, was headed my direction, coming from where I heard that deer rubbing his antlers on a tree. The forky got within 20 yards of me and began to head back up to the thicket at the time. He heard another buck snort, wheeze, and then knew at that time he was sure it was a good buck. Shortly after, another 10-point buck, headed my way from the same direction the forky came from and got within 20 yards of me. And I look over in the thicket, and here comes and steps out a big mature 8, all puffed up, ears back, ready to fight the small 10. He walks over, makes scrape, whatever, 25 yards from me, no shot possible. He finally got a draw on him as he stopped, making the scrape, and headed towards the other buck, stopping him at 30 yards. He says, my shot was back a lot further than I liked but we let the buck lay for 6 hours before even taking up the track. At this point, I was already beating myself down and had my GoPro with me in my pocket and didn't have it set up to able to replay in slow motion where my arrow hit. So here it is around midnight. My brother and I set out to get on a blood trail. We had found minimal blood 40 to 50 yards where the impact was. I'm going to try to just kind of fucking... because I read this and it gets crazy. So here's where the story gets crazy. So Matt was up in the stand. He had his choice of a couple different bucks. He made the shot. Boom. All right. So here's where the story gets crazy for him anyway, and all involved. Mark shows up. We walk back to the impact site. His dog instantly picks up on the trail, and she's working it. I mean, you know, they're finding blood in places, and they're just, it's kind of, they're going everywhere, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So
they ended up, let me scoot down a little bit because this is a long-ass story. Anyway, they end up finding this deer. And it's like, Matt's like, man, that ain't my deer. That ain't my deer.
Really?
So, you know, he said he thought it was a lot bigger, heavier, and an older deer. So he calls his brother. They start talking, and they end up going back out. Let me see, because I want this after replaying. Okay. They went back and circled around where the dead deer was. Shortly after, his brother called and said, I'm here. And so they went back and met and start walking around and everything. And he yelled, there he is, bro. I got him, bro. He's almost in tears now. And he wasn't going crazy and, you know, because he knew his deer was a lot bigger, but then this one they found was smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So
twofer.
Yeah. Now, I don't know, does he get to keep that second deer?
I don't know. You're going to sit and wait for somebody to show up?
But I don't know.
That'd be cold if somebody stole your deer.
Well, and that's the thing. The first deer they found, there was no hole. They could not find like a wound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if you want a deer that like just drops dead.
No, you don't.
Unless it like had a heart attack or something like that, but you know.
Yeah, still no. Yeah.
So I don't know. So way to go on your deer, Matt. I wonder if I can get this on. See if I can get a picture of it real quick.
I could never do it. I'd get to be a nervous wreck right when the time came to, like, you know, draw a bow or get my gun up. It was like I would just be, I'd shake and I couldn't get a shot off worth a damn.
Yeah, here it is. If you look, here's his big old deer, Evan, right there.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, congratulations, man. Yeah, got to keep both of them getting mounted. Yeah, and what a great story. That's going to be like a story you can tell for a while, you know?
I know that's not mine.
Well, I mean, I understood, though, because I have been hunting a couple times. I'm not very good, and I would really make Matt mad if I told him I bought a crossbow a couple years, but I never hunted with it. I've just shot bales of hay. I swear to God, Matt, I have never hunted with my fucking crossbow.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I bought it, and then we had the house fire.
Oh.
So maybe that was God telling me, don't go hunting with a crossbow. Yeah, they took my crossbow to clean it. I was like, well, I can do that with some.
Yeah.
Man, that thing, they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was afraid I'd shoot a toe off or something. Could you see me shooting my fucking toe off with a crossbow arrow? Because
That's kind of the luck I would have.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Matt also put a post about big thing about he doesn't care for the crossbow hunters, which that's a thing, dude. Them hunters, man, like and I didn't know that. I didn't know like the people that use shotguns and rifles and everything. There's like almost a civil war in the deer
animosity
hunting
between the two.
Yeah, man, it's like they got gangs and shit, and they're doing drive-bys. Cart full of
No.
or a truckload full of dudes in an old Ford with compound bows, and then they drive by. And,
Yeah.
no, it's not that bad, but yeah, I
There's
did not.
many that do both.
And you know what? That's in the fishing community too. You like the dudes that hunt, like go and fish for crappie and shit like that. They make fun of like the guys that just fish for bass. Well, see, that's what I like to do, because dude, I'm not a big cleaning fish person, because it's pretty much me eating it. So, I mean, to me, it'd be a waste to go and get a bucket of crappie. And a lot of people said, well, you can freeze it, shit like that. No, I don't like doing that. I don't like freezing it. I think it does something to the meat. If I'm gonna eat it, I want to eat it that day.
Yeah, it's best fresh.
Yeah.
Fish. Yeah.
So
Fresh as you can.
And look, I live in Decatur. I fish Decatur Lake a lot. I drive over the lake all the time. That thing is brown as shit. I'm not sure I want to be eating fish out of there. So,
Yeah, I'm with you. And I've been in it. Friends go boating and that kind of thing. I never really like being in it. It's just so dirty.
Yeah, I mean, like you go to the creek or something like that where the water's constantly running, and if it's from like a half-ass clean source, you can get out of that and like brush your hair and go do shit. You get out of Decatur Lake, the first thing you are thinking about, man, I need a fucking shower.
Yeah. You take your swimsuit and you put it in a bucket and you put about a gallon of water in there and a scoop of OxyClean, and then look at the next day and it's like dirty water.
Yeah.
It's really
well,
man.
And you know what? Look, it's a man-made lake, so I mean, it's not like a natural lake under. Now there is you can't get to it anymore, but there's an old gravel pit off St. Louis Bridge Road. And the city owns it now, so it's illegal to get back there. But man, we used to go back there and fish. Dude, you could see the bottom of that thing on the right days. I mean, you could just look down, and it was almost like ocean water because it was, it's fed from the bottom, and it's going through all that rock, and it's filtering it. So that's actually pretty clean. I've seen some big ass gar in there, man. I've seen like 4 foot gar.
Really?
Yeah, we used to swim there all the time, and there was a cliff that you could kind of jump off of. It was only probably, I'd say, 18, 20 feet, and you jump off this thing. Man, I went to the edge. I was getting ready to jump off, and I was like, man, there's a stick or something down there. So I was like, I threw a rock down there. That thing took off. It was a gar up there sunning. I was like, nope, ain't swimming in that motherfucker no more. Oh, sorry for the language.
No kidding.
Yeah, that was the end of doing that. Oh man, what'd I do? Shut my wrong Facebook?
Oh no.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay,
As far as I know.
Right on. I think I just gotta switch back over. It'll take me. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, yeah, I miss that gravel pit too, man. I caught some nice walleye out there. I don't know how this became. I know I wanted to tell that Matt's hunting story. I don't know how we keep the chill.
Fishing.
Yeah, Chili Now Outdoor Show.
Well, whatever.
Did you go outdoors this weekend, Evan?
No.
Oh my God.
Sad.
He said no. Are you feeling a little better?
No.
Oh no.
I was doing better. Now I'm doing worse. It sucks.
I hate that roller coaster crap with you.
That's true. It's not linear healing. It's yeah, I have good days and bad days, or it's like good couple weeks and then bad couple weeks. But yeah, I'll get through it. Life goes on.
I tell you what, Evan. There are a few news stories we'll hit up real quick. The first one, to all you single guys out there, Sharon Stone is on the market. Her boyfriend dumped her because she didn't get Botox.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah, but he's young, man. He was a young dude. So he's like, hey, you got to do something with them wrinkles. I can't, everybody's asking me, hey, does your grandma need help or shit like that? I mean, I can kind of see his point. I mean,
I think it'd be weird that having having a significant other that everyone well, everybody's seen her pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think that's a weird thing. Everywhere you go, yeah, we've all seen your wife's vagina. That's just,
I had
I don't
that
know. To
on.
me, that'd be a weird pill to swallow.
My mom had that on VHS, and years after, you'd play that movie, and then it would get real weird in that scene because we
kept
had
rewinding it.
because we would keep rewinding it and just watch. Well, I think I was maybe 15. When did that movie come out? I think I was young, man.
Yeah, it was probably mid. Well, you're a couple years younger than me, but yeah, it was mid '80s. So yeah, you were. Yeah, you're right at prime time to be enjoying a view like that. Yeah.
I think that might have been my the first vagina I've ever seen. No, because I'm pretty sure I'd seen a Playboy.
I'm sure. That's just a classic scene for that everybody knows that.
Yeah. What was the name of that movie?
Oh shit! I was thinking about that a second ago. Now it's out of my brain.
What was the Sharon Stone movie? Come on, y'all. Somebody help us out. She what? No, I think I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. We'll go back to that. Oh, jeez. It's right there, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I guess I could have looked up Sharon Stone.
Yeah, but by the time I look it up, somebody's got to have it.
I don't know.
Basic Instinct?
Yep, that's it. Hold on.
Yeah, I knew it'd come to me as soon as I tried to type something. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's a pretty classic. I just always thought that's pretty funny.
Ooh, it said, wait a minute, 92.
92? Really?
Yeah, I was 19. Oh, yeah, I'd seen plenty of vaginas before.
I sure hope so. No. 19 years old. This is all news to me.
Oh, my God. It said her career got a major boost after that movie, Evan.
Oh shit! I think I was in college during that time. It was a pretty popular flick.
Pasadena, California. Um, there is a place higher in Evan. Um, and they kind of put their job posting on this website. And the owner of Pets Gone Wild Resort put up a hiring sign Tuesday morning that says now hiring non-stupid people.
Oh man! And somebody got offended.
You know somebody got offended. This one, Evan. Cobra missing for 6 days in Swedish zoo is located. Still free.
Really?
Yeah, they know. Well, when they find it and they see it, they don't have like anything to like grab a hold of it with. And I'd be the same way. You know, I'd be like, hey, I work at this zoo. I don't think them people make a lot of money. You know, so a
Not
lot
to risk their life over.
Yeah, and a lot of it's volunteer. So, yeah, hey, if you see that cobra, they try to tell you how to, like, walk up on it. No, Al ain't doing that. Al sees a cobra. No.
Yeah. So they had a sighting. So they just know it's still alive.
Yeah, it's still
out there.
alive. And still in the zoo area.
Okay, good to know.
Here's one that I guess this would be right now. I mean, there's an investigation to determine a theft ring, Evan, that is going on in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. Now, this is something that you can go to the grocery store and legally buy, but Evan, for $1, what is now being sold on the black market?
You got to repeat the whole question. I was
All right.
fishing through the comments real quick, and I kind of tasted
an investigation.
Sorry.
An investigation is going on. All right. These feds have led. They've broken up a multi-state crime ring that involves Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. For something that you can walk into a store and buy right now, not alcohol. It's nothing that's, but for $1, what is now being sold on the black market, Evan?
This is one of those like toilet papers on the black market years ago, or Tide.
It's it's something like that, but it's not. So, but you're gonna find it in a grocery store. Damn near every grocery store you go in.
Milk.
No, Evan, it's beef.
Oh well.
They have. There has been. Listen to this. Several semi-trailers loaded with frozen beef have been stolen from truck stops.
Yeah,
They're hijacking them. They jump in, make them move up, unhook their trailer. They have another guy waiting, comes in, hooks up trailer, he's gone.
Yeah. That's big money. Now milk. I was thinking because milk has gone so sky high. Like, what is something that we normally have that, that black market, like toilet paper, when people were buying pallets of toilet paper a couple years when COVID started,
Yeah.
But I remember when the economy took a shit years ago, Tide was a very popular thing that pallets of Tide were getting stolen from, because you got to do your, laundry, and that shit's expensive.
Yeah. Well, some places they got it locked up. Like the razors.
Hey man, razors small that are easy to hide,
Yeah. Man, they even got some. I went into, where was it? It was that old Osco's by the Eisenhower School. They got their body wash locked up.
Really?
I was like, body wash? I was like, damn. Anyway,
And you got to go find someone to get. Hey, can I get this shampoo here? Can
yeah,
I get?
they're acting like it's like a $50 bottle of cologne or something, which is really high. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, I usually buy that $5 bottle of cologne.
I
Smell.
couldn't tell you what this stuff costs. And it's
No,
not a cent person.
you know, I am, and that's a bad thing. Because my taste in cologne is like I should make about $1.7 million a year. And I don't.
Okay.
Next story, Evan. A man made a promise to his sister on the day of brotherhood. And since then, he has kept an Indian olive jalapeno in his mouth for 26 years in the memory of his sister. He does everything from eating to sleeping. Even though his sister is not alive, he has kept the memory of his sister blooming.
Whoa. It's dedication.
Yeah, look. Hold on. I'm going to do you one, Evan. I got a picture of this dude.
Yeah, let me zoom up here.
Okay, hold on. Here he comes. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know if I like anybody that much. To make a promise to carry a piece of nasty ass. There he is with the olive in his mouth.
Man, that's sure dedication. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If you know. Now if I was getting like 200 million or something like that to carry it around for a year, I'd try. But not just for the memory of somebody. You know, that's what tattoos are for.
Yeah.
Carry
Back window of your car.
And it isn't that thing couldn't how is that not making him sick? Do olives like not
I don't know. Olive pits, I guess, are. I don't know. They're pretty damn hard. I mean, it's. Our family over there in Greece. That's what they heat their homes with in the winter. All the olive pits. They got piles of them. That stuff is dense.
maybe that's what it is a pit.
It's gotta be.
And how is he sleeping with that and not fucking swallowing it?
I don't know. Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck around and die. Anyway, Evan, you know, if you get divorced, it's just better, you know, even if you both own the house, it's just better to move on. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
living with an ex can be, you know, a lot of arguing and stuff like this. Well, this guy found out the hard way. A woman became so enraged during an argument with her ex on who was cooking dinner that she grabbed a knife and stabbed him more than a dozen times, severing one of the man's arteries in the process.
Holy smokes.
During the bloody attack, Amy Johnson sunk the knife into her victim's head and neck area, was also stabbing his hands as he tried to block the blade. Man, he suffered 14 stab wounds, one which was severed an artery in the back of his neck. Damn.
Over a cooking argument?
Yeah.
People got to calm down.
Over chicken or beef ramen. Motherfucker, I said I wanted beef.
What flavor salt packet you want?
Man, jeez. Man, and you know, I don't know what it is. But like, I don't know why, but I like to go to our police department and look at the people that got arrested like over the week, and see if I catch up with some old classmates or something like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm scrolling through that. I could not believe there was more women arrested for domestic battery than there was men.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Man, women have turned the tables.
I guess they didn't get the memo. Do not hit.
Yeah, you can't be hitting people, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got the message. We don't want to get locked up.
Evan, have you been in
Yeah.
New England? I mean, no. Have you been over in England?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I've been in Ireland, but not England.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and do this story. Police hunting gimp-suited night stalker. Oh, they are okay. They arresting. Man, that's a stupid. Police hunting gimp-suited night stalker arrest man in dark clothing and full face covering. They actually got a picture of this dude, Evan.
In a gimp suit.
Yeah, which I will throw up for you because
Wake up the gimp. The gimp is asleep.
Yeah, and if you've never seen
get the
Pulp
gimp.
Fiction, what is wrong with you? Yeah, there he is.
People don't like that movie.
Yeah, they got a good picture of him, man. And boys and girls, it is 2022. The shit that you used to be able to get away with, you really can't anymore. For the simple fact is there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to get caught. I mean, you can, I bet in these big cities that they can pretty much watch you walk out of your house and wherever you go, there's you have a camera on you. You maybe not so much in a smaller city, but yeah, in these big cities, I guarantee you.
Yeah, but I think anybody in a gimp suit is looking for attention, is looking to be seen.
I'm with you. I'm with you because I mean,
did you think you were going to be inconspicuous?
Yeah, and I think he just, it doesn't look like he's just grunting and breathing heavily. So he'll just stand there and look at people. Now here's one in 2019 until 2021. Oh, he was looking in their windows. Yeah, you can't do that.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, so they arrested him. This is, I think it's somebody trying to get attention. And he took it a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Was there anything really obscene about a gimp suit?
Nah, I don't think so. It's just weird. I mean, so, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, to each his own. Just stay away from kids.
Yeah, I mean, if he's really... Now, if he was up on their property, but if he was, like, standing on the sidewalk, yes, it's creepy, but...
It is.
I mean, I don't know. I'd want to get rid of him. I wouldn't want him doing that. I wouldn't... Like, I get up and go to work at, 3 o'clock in the morning, by around 3:05, I'm heading out the door. Now, I'd hate to get to the edge of the drive every day and there's just some dude in a gimp suit standing there staring at me, grunting, and, it'd probably freak me out.
Yeah, it's creepy as hell. And it is dangerous these days. Do you remember a couple of years ago, these, clown sightings?
Yes.
People doing some weird stuff, and people were... I think somebody got hurt. People don't like it. It's a little freaky, and you take shit too far, and fuck around and find out kind of thing.
Well, and that's like like a lot of them TikTokers and shit that do those pranks and shit like that. And there's been a few of them that got blazed, you know, that
Yeah.
got hit and shit. And I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
I'm completely cool with that. If you're a content creator and your content has to be created by somebody else's fear or misery, to me, you're kind of a piece of shit.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know how I can get why that stays on there. But yeah, I mean, and I've never been a fan of that. Like, uh, any of those punked or any of that. I just don't care for that shit. Because to me, you're messing with people's emotions. You know,
Yeah.
that's not a cool thing to do because you don't know how emotional a person can be. I almost said my Samuel L. Jackson. North Carolina woman cited by police for shooting Mountain Dew cans in her backyard, Evan.
Okay.
Can I say something? And I might take some heat for this. I do enjoy a Mountain Dew every once in a while. But but
Liquid candy.
but I can tell the white trash in these small towns by how much Mountain Dew I throw away. The nastiest houses that I pick up are nothing but Mountain Dew. The kids walk out. The 5, 6 year old kids walk out to catch the bus in the morning. They got a cracked Mountain Dew in their hand.
It's well, okay. Mountain Dew's got most caffeine of all of it. It's got the like it's up there with the sugar, but I think it's got the highest caffeine. It's been some years since I looked into it, but I would say if there's any one soda brand that has like the highest addiction rate, some people are like Pepsi junkies, some people, get Dr. Pepper. I would say Mountain Dew ranks the highest.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Definitely, people like addiction rate. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
there's some people that are just freaking Mountain Dew junkies that drink, 12 packs a day. And then you hear people having crazy kidney stones from all that too. So I don't
Oh
know how they
yeah.
get away with it.
Police say Van Buren man was shot to death by a homemade security device he made in his home.
Well, you got to take that risk.
Yeah, and I mean, I always thought about that setting up booby traps and shit like that in my because I did get broken into one time, and
Uh-huh.
man, that feeling sucks.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, that is just a horrible feeling. You feel violated. So
True.
and you do feel unsafe.
Yeah. So you were
So
going to set up some Rambo shit?
yeah, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot myself in the head with a bow and arrow or something, and or have a rock come down, smash me in the head.
Yeah.
Or one of those things where you bend over to grab you put the trap in the middle of the rope and then you bend over to grab it and then, the snare goes up. That's what it is, a snare.
I didn't know.
Dissatisfied toilet paper purchase leads to shooting threat in Rochester, New York.
Dissatisfied? This wasn't as soft as it was advertised.
It said 10 times stronger. My finger went right through it. Oh no. I think we'll do one more and then we'll go. Oh my God, rats with backpacks could help rescue earthquake survivors. Are you fucking kidding me?
With backpacks? Little care
Yes.
packs on. I'm still going to run from the damn thing.
Yeah. A big ass rat. Here's one, man. This one's from the UK. A radio DJ dies halfway through hosting his breakfast show.
Things happen.
Man.
Another died suddenly.
Well, we're at the end of news, so let's go see what Dave's got for us on Dave Moreland's Bozo Criminal of the Day. You should sing a little song. He's a bozo, he's a criminal, it's Bozo Criminal. Bozo Criminal for today comes from St. Louis, Missouri, Evan, on the mighty Mississippi, where the cops were called to report of gunfire. On their way to the scene, a man stepped in front of a marked patrol car, walked to the passenger side, and pointed a gun at officers. At some point, he noticed the vehicle he was trying to carjack was a cop car, and he fled on foot. He was quickly apprehended.
Oh, wait, this is a cop car. I didn't notice.
Charges with first-degree robbery, armed criminal action, and resisting arrest.
You know, they make cop cars so they really aren't as flashy as they used to be, you know?
No, you're right. You're right. And I tell you what, we got a couple SUVs that are just black, and they just have the lights on them, and they, you know, it's got like the the good bumpers and everything that the cops have and all that, and you cannot tell if you're on the side of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're right there, but still, stupid ass. You should have been able to, something ought to gave it away. Maybe the guy sitting in there wearing the uniform with a gun. This is police on it.
Yeah, really. How can you not look inside of a cop car and not think, this looks too familiar?
I was going to do this one, but we just did. That was the... Oh, no. This is a new one. All right. Bozo Criminal number 2 comes from Longmeadow, Massachusetts. No. Never mind.
No.
It's the B one. And they just did this 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, the bee attack?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I still can't believe that. Oh, and look, we end and we're almost done with the Facebook Live.
Yeah,
this
went quick.
Man, and I do want to say something.
About it being Halloween?
I don't really care about that. I mean, I got to see the grandkids. That was cute, but yeah, I'm just not into it this year. You know?
Yeah, we had a couple trick-or-treaters. They're doing it tonight.
Oh, they're doing it tonight there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, man, I want to just take a second to thank everybody that checked out the Wednesday show.
Yeah, I thought it went well.
Yeah, and I've been putting the YouTube links, for like Chili After Dark, which happens right after the live. We just don't do it live. We end the live video, and me and Evan go on about another 20, 25 minutes, and that's always on YouTube. Well, I've been sharing that, and man, those views are going up. The views on Facebook are going up.
Cool.
So that's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And this Wednesday, on We Still Haven't Named This Show, episode 3, we will be discussing Elon, Mr. Tesla himself, Elon Musk.
Is he still the richest? Are they saying he is now still the richest, or
yeah,
is it gone back to Bezos, or
I don't know.
Who's taking the heat right now?
One of them douches, douche canoes. But
Bezos absolutely is. He's really douchey.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Elon a little bit and his acquisition of Twitter. Making some in the media melt down, saying they're going to get rid of their twits or I've never been big into Twitter, dude.
I've never been on there. I don't know.
No.
I kind of want to check it out now, but everyone says it's trash, so I don't.
It kind of is. I mean, I I guess if you want to follow like famous people to see what they have to say.
Could be entertaining.
Yeah.
Could not be.
Yeah. And I do. I follow a few comedians and everything like that. So I make my Twitter fun. I don't follow a bunch of politicians and shit.
Gotcha.
So anyway, hey folks, we're 45 minutes. We're going to keep this at 45 minutes. So Evan, say
Yes,
your
sir.
farewells.
Farewell, so long. We're glad that you came to hang out. I don't know that song.
I might have to get the old Yamaha keyboard out and make me a Bozo Criminal song. Because I kind of
Yeah.
dug that. He's a bozo. He's a criminal. He's a bozo criminal. It almost has that 50s, 60s vibe.
Yeah, you could be our own Paul Schaefer.
That's right. Anyway, guys, it is the Al from D-Town and Chili442 Show. And we will catch you. Check out our show Wednesday or come back next Sunday for stupid news and other cool stories. Thanks to Matt Rice for letting me show his deer and telling his hunting story. I know I didn't do it justice.
It's hard to tell someone else's story.
Yeah. So, man, hopefully we did okay on it. But anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another. In live video. All right. It's chilly and it's a dark. It's chilly and it's dark. It's chilly after dark. Hey. Now,
Yeah.
for your host.
You're really looking to write a song.
I know, I kind of am. Make sure we went off. Yep. We are off live. I'm going to light this cigarette up. Don't smoke, boys and girls. Filthy habit.
At least you roll your own.
I do roll my own. It's better tobacco. It's not sprayed with all that bullshit.
Yeah. And I've been around it, and I think it's a cool thing. I mean, not that you smoke, but that you roll your own and that it's real natural stuff because it doesn't stink like regular cigarettes just permeate into stuff. If you're a smoker, man, think about it. That nastiness just permeates into everything, and it just does not leave, and I've known someone else to roll their own cigarettes, and I think that's a cool thing because they don't stink. They don't taste horrible. I mean, I don't smoke, but I have, taken a drag just to see what it's all about. Yeah. Totally different.
Yeah. Yeah, it
and
is.
a lot cheaper.
Hell yeah. Evan, you got a topic tonight or?
Well, let's see. I keep some, and then we usually never get to them. And we were talking a couple weeks ago. I was like, let's get to know Al. We talked about favorite artists, recording artists. We talked about movies.
Right.
We talked about crazy things to happen to you. That was something that I think somebody wrote in the chat room, we were talking about things to talk about. Did we get to that?
I did tell one story about the time I tripped on LSD and we stole canoes.
That's right.
But we returned them. They were returned to their owners. One dude was an asshole, so he had to go out and swim and get his. But it was returned to him. We even told him, hey, dude, we just borrowed it. You were asleep. We didn't want to fucking wake you up.
All right. What the heck else? Gosh. Hobbies. We know most people who know you know that you like to what?
Probably, I think one of my, right now, I would say doing this show right now, and what we do and what we can do, and that takes up a lot of my time as far as mentally planning on what I want to do next. Because, I mean, I do want to grow this, and I hope it does, It might take that one viral thing to happen, but I don't want to force it. I want us, for people to be like, you know what, that's some funny shit. Them guys are good together. Because I think there is a good chemistry between me and you.
Sure.
And I do go back and I do listen to the shows because I am real judgmental on myself.
And see, that's why I don't go back and listen to the shows.
Well, because I know there for a while I was saying, and I that's how I break myself of sounding the same, And honestly, it has kind of expanded my vocabulary. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because I go and try to find other words for, so I'm not repeating the same stuff over and over. So this is one of my hobbies. And then the other, I think I said it earlier, I love to fish. I can you put me out on a boat and I'm good. I don't keep the fish. I just love going. I love fishing. So
that's cool. It's interesting because going into this, the first thing, it was almost like rhetorical question was, barbecuing and grilling.
Yeah.
You are grill, master. And I thought the first thing you'd say, because it used to be, every weekend almost you were, out there at 6 a.m., getting a shoulder on the grill, just to rock it all day.
I don't consider that a hobby. Yeah, cooking
it's
is
more than just cooking dinner.
Yeah, it is. And I love cooking. I mean, even inside, I love to cook, but I've never looked at it as a hobby. I guess I maybe should. Because, I do. I buy I got one of the best set of knives that you can buy for under $100. I ain't going crazy now. Getting diamond plated shit. No, but I mean, I always make sure that's my most important thing in the kitchen is a real sharp knife.
Yeah.
And then, you
got to have one.
Yeah. I would be a chef if it paid more, and I didn't have to.
It doesn't.
Yeah, and I didn't have to go to like some bullshit cordon bleu school that it's like I don't know. I don't think a chef needs to be college trained or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have it or you don't.
Exactly right. And
like going to get an art degree. Why? You either have artistic talent or you don't, and
that's like me. I can't draw worth a shit. I would never go to fucking art school.
Right.
It would be a waste because I might improve a little bit, but if it's not in you, there's just some people that can't cook. Yeah. And hey, that's fine. There's a lot of things I can't do.
I'm with you. Yeah, it's too bad that craft just does not pay. It just doesn't. It's not something you're going to make tons of money off of.
No.
And the hours suck.
Right. The hours suck ass. Especially if you're a good cook because, I worked in a couple restaurants that like Carlos O'Kelly's there towards the end of their run, and I think there's still a couple open. I think maybe just one. But they were getting like pre-cooked chicken and shit like that, so we weren't cooking the shit like we used to. Because when I first started, man, you'd have somebody, they wanted the combination fajitas. which was shrimp, chicken, and them people freaked out on me because they had never seen. They had a grill. They thought it was a grill scraper. I said, that's not a grill scraper. It's a fucking chopper. And they're like, what? So I throw the meat on this damn grill and I start chopping it with this chopper. And I'm chopping it right on the fucking grill. And they're just looking at me like, needless to say, can I say Carlos O'Kelly's did not have one Latino American working in that fucking place. It was white people galore.
Really?
Oh, it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. And then we still did the steak on the flat top, but then the chicken came where you threw the bag in the fucking microwave.
Oh man.
Yeah,
no.
when it moved to microwave cooking, that's when I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, Carlos O'Kelly. It's kind of, I don't know. Did your kitchen? I mean, that speaks for itself. Like El Matador, like those dudes would come here from Mexico and they would work in the kitchen and they would learn how to speak English, and then they got to be waiters, and then they made their money and they put it away and all that stuff. Those dudes had a system.
Yep.
But the stuff was more authentic.
Yeah, it was good Mexican cuisine. It wasn't. And Carlos O'Kelly's never said that. They're more of the Tex-mex.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of the American. Because I'm more I want the more traditional. I don't want that bullshit. Because honestly, I mean, yeah, there's flour tortillas, but like if you get like real tacos, they're usually like in a corn tortilla, and it's pretty much just dipped in oil. It's not fried hard, it's soft, and you got that little bit of oil and grease and everything. They just dip that shit right in the meat juice, and oh, making myself hungry.
That's good stuff.
So yeah, I cooked there, and then I cooked at Bennigan's, which that's a chain, and that shit, that was really like the sandwiches. One of the most famous sandwiches from that place is the Monte Cristo. And those
I
are,
remember.
yeah, those are all handmade. It's hand dipped, hand breaded. Because I used to have to do those, and I hated those fucking things. And they went through thousands of them things on the weekends, man. I mean, it was like every order somebody'd have like one or two of those sandwiches, and it was just the messiest fucking thing to make. You by the end of the night, your whole apron was just pretty much batter and flour.
No kidding.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff was made in-house, and I can't believe that place didn't make it. But then you got like new McDonald's and shit popping up all over, and it's like, ugh.
Well, that's what feeds the masses, bottom of the barrel, processed crap. But
I'd rather
I
go
remember
home.
Bennigan's.
I'd rather go home and eat me a microwaved ham and cheese loaf sandwich than get anything from McDonald's.
Yeah.
And put redneck lettuce on it, which, if you don't know, is a handful of potato chips.
I used to like their breakfasty shit when I could eat when I could have, wheat, gluten, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and stuff like that. Those weren't bad, and used to go through there on the way to work in the morning every once in a while. But yeah, that was breakfast shit. Was that's it? That's all I'd eat from McDonald's forever, ever.
Right.
And I haven't been to McDonald's in years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I went out of necessity one time. It was really the only thing on. I think it was either early in the morning or late at night, and we stopped and got McDonald's. And man, it was like I got a Big Mac, and I mean, I should have just said, hold the meat. Because it was like, hamburger was the size of a sausage patty.
Pretty much.
Oh, I was like, come on, man. I almost want them to take the quarter pound. They need to, like, they need to take the quarter pound patties and make a Big Mac with them and name it something. The Royal Mac or something, do something. But that Big Mac, man, you got to fix that. Y'all fucked up the Big Mac, man. And that's an iconic sandwich.
Yeah. Man, it's something I haven't had in years and years. I was never into it. I don't like a lot of like the dressings and all that stuff on burgers. I'm not into, I don't know, just mustard, ketchup, pickle kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I tell you what, man, next time that you do have a hamburger, though, I'm going to give you a little hint. And I mean, it will change your fucking life. You can either do one or two things. Now, I've done both, and this is what I do. Go buy the Texas toast garlic bread, and I use that for my buns. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you want regular hamburger bun, just make you a little garlic butter. Warm you up a stick of butter, put a couple cloves of minced garlic up in there, let it kind of come to a boil. What I do is, because if you warm up butter, you get that white stuff on the top. Well, if you skim that off, man, all that stuff on the bottom is clarified butter. Yeah. So you brush them buns with that, put them on the grill, or maybe a dry, something. Just toast them a little bit, man. That little bit of garlic butter on that, dude, it will change your life. You will never.
Pro tip, right?
Man, there you go. There you go.
Good stuff. I'll keep that in mind.
Hell yeah. I'm making myself fucking hungry on this show, man. Damn. Oh, man. So Wednesdays, Elon. I went back and listened to our serial killer show, dude. I liked that show. That was a good show.
I think one thing, okay, I think we cut, and I even took notes and I tried to glance at my notes. One thing we didn't talk about, and I think it's really weird, is, okay, Dahmer, I mean, he was a homosexual,
right.
All this stuff, went to prison. The women that were sending him letters, and like sending him money and say, send me your autograph and I'll send you more money, and these chicks were about him. I mean, I know there's somebody for everybody, whatever. And there's somebody that to me is so weird and disturbing that a woman would really find a dude attractive that, one, is a homosexual, and two, was killing and eating people.
Yeah. Well, and it, dude, it's like I think there might be a show or, like an hour show that was on Dateline or something like that, that talks about women that, even that Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker dude that I was telling you about, he was killing all these women and sexually assaulting them and doing all this shit. He got married in prison.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Do women just love that thrill, that risk, or
are they that lonely?
He won't he won't kill me, or
Get
they're that lonely that, hey, this guy, I don't know. There was it was a little documentary a year or two ago about a guy who killed his family, killed his wife and like two daughters, and dropped him in this oil tank at this place he worked and everything. And,
yep.
And that was the same thing. He was getting all these letters from all these women that were crazy about him, wanted to marry him when he got out, wanted to.
Scott Peterson, same deal.
Up.
I think he's getting a new trial.
Scott Peterson, he was a cop that killed all his wives?
No. That wasn't that dude from no, this was a dude that was out in I think California. Scott and Lacey Peterson. And she was pregnant. and he like took her out on a boat or something, and fucking yeah, it was
Oh, okay.
crazy. What was that guy's name? Yeah, that I know who you're talking about.
It was a cop that had like 3 wives that like all
That
died
all of them
mysteriously or
died.
something.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
That looks suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't do it. And I couldn't. I know I'd crack under investigation afterward.
Now I got to figure out that dude's name. That's going to drive me nuts. Former. Drew Peterson.
Drew Peterson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He got 38 years, but I still think they're going to go and try to get him on.
Some others they couldn't prove.
Yeah. He tried to hire somebody in 2014 to kill somebody. Yeah, he's on trial again. Shit. I don't think he's going to get out. I think they're going to... Yeah, he's a Chicago area police sergeant.
Yeah, I thought so.
When was this? January 3rd, 2022.
All these unsolved mysteries become a blur.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I did catch the Slover one a year or so ago. It comes up every once in a while, those solved mysteries where they come back to it, that they finally did solve it. For a lot of years, they didn't until they...
Yeah, I watched that on it's on Forensic Files too.
Yeah.
That was
Decatur, man.
Yeah.
Or Mount Zion.
Mount Zion, but still Decatur. But yeah, that was crazy too, man. I don't know, man. You ain't happy with somebody, just get the fuck out. Don't kill them. You ain't going to get away with it. Not nowadays.
I couldn't cut up a human body.
Fuck, no, I don't even like to gut a fish. That's why I won't fucking keep fish.
That's why I don't even like to cook. I don't even like to deal with raw stuff.
I know, hell, them chicken wings, when I was cutting those the other day, there was one of them that, like, there was a blood vein or something left in that I had to get out, and it was like, I just threw it away. It's just one less chicken wing I'm eating tonight.
Like we said last week, I could live on fruits and vegetables if I had to. I've been grossed out about a lot of things in life, but never a carrot.
Yeah, never, never. Yeah, I could so be vegetarian if meat didn't taste so fucking amazing. But now I ain't gonna lie. If I'm hungry enough and I see a cow, I think I could take a cow out.
Well, you wait till they're asleep, then you push them over. At least have a plan, and then you could maybe, I don't know, slit their neck or something.
Do you know anybody that's ever done that?
Cow tipping?
Yeah.
It was something that was. I remember, like, my sister. I had 2 older sisters. I remember, like, maybe one of her friends talking about doing it, but I don't think I've ever known anybody who actually went on a farm. And I used to hear about, like, Maroa years ago, like their football field. They used to have cows,
Yeah, there used to be a barn there.
Yeah, and heard about that a little bit, maybe in high school, but no, I never ever witnessed it or really knew anybody who claimed to go out and push over a cow.
They say it's an urban legend that you can't really do it.
Huh.
So, I don't know. If anybody, leave a comment below.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't want to say do you know. Have you actually seen it happen? And
you don't have to tell us if it was you or not. Just
yeah. You know, but I don't think so, because I think we would have seen video of it by now. And there's not one video of a cow being tipped over.
I guess I never thought about it.
It's almost like Bigfoot. With all these camera phones, I know that was one subject Evan kind of threw out as
Yeah.
big
Nah.
Bigfoot. And, you know,
Urban legend stuff, yeah.
right. Remember the one where that came out probably when we were kids of Bigfoot walking, and he was across a river. And man, I mean, at the time, this video footage it was like, oh my God, this guy caught Bigfoot. Well, then it ends up being a friend of his that's like almost 7 foot tall and a fucking, you know, a bear.
Really hairy motherfucker.
No, he was in an outfit. He was in like a bear outfit, and they added hair to it to make it like longer hair, and they did a bunch of shit, but it was all a scam. It was all a hoax. I think we would have found a Bigfoot by now. I can see us not finding shit in the sea for like years and years and years, because we don't live down there. But we live on land.
The whole Loch Ness Monster thing.
Now, supposedly, they found a fossil or a skeleton remains of some large creature that they think might have been the Loch Ness Monster.
No kidding.
So, I don't know. Go check that shit out, boys and girls, and judge for yourself. But the Bigfoot thing, I think with all the cameras and everything, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think we would have, and it can't be the same fucking Bigfoot, because he's old as fuck by now.
Well, I mean, something we've always heard about our whole life, seen, fake ass pictures and all that stuff, but we're getting up there in age too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean,
what's the lifespan of something like that?
Yeah. And probably not very good living out in the wild. You don't see a bunch of old deer.
Yeah. It's probably just a bear that somebody saw once upon a time. And
yeah.
Makes for a good story,
And people, recreating UFOs, doing different shit with cameras and shit like that. You don't need to do that. There's shit out there. I do believe in UFOs.
I really don't.
I tell you why I do, is because this new telescope that came up, and we are seeing so much more. I do think I don't think we're the most advanced race out in this galaxy. I really don't.
I have no idea. I've never seen anything. That's the way I look at it. I'm like, well, until I can, see something definitive, and
I've seen some weird shit, dude. I've seen some weird shit. I was up in I was down south one, and I don't know what it was. It was unidentified. That's why they call it UFO. But I'm sitting there, dude, and I'm out just looking at the stars, and all of a sudden, like 6 of them look like they moved to a formation and started moving across the sky. Now, the first thing I thought was, they must be running military drills or something. Dude, these things like almost shot straight the fuck up and disappeared. They didn't go left or right. It's like they shot straight the fuck up. And just, I watched them disappear.
All right.
At the time, I had a flip phone that had a camera. I took 30 shots, man, but them cameras were fucking horrible.
It just got a bunch of black pictures.
Yeah, that's all I had was like 30 black pictures. Now on this phone, on this camera that I got, I probably could get video of it because I got a night vision and all that shit on there.
Cool.
Damn, Evan, we gave it.
Another half hour.
Half hour. Shit.
Gee. That's an hour and 15-minute show right there.
I know that we didn't talk about hardly nothing. I love shows like this. So, you know what? To me,
It's like, who's listening to this?
I know,
Can't imagine.
I know, but to me, and if they don't listen to it, they're missing a good show. Because to me, a good show is when you lose track of time. You know, and you don't realize you're not sitting there looking at that, oh shit, I got 10 more minutes to fill.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, let's go on and get out of here so I can get this uploaded to the YouTube and AlfromDtown.com. It's AlfromDtown.com.
So that was show 56 in the books?
Show 56 is now in the history books, Evan.
Yay. All right.
But
well,
guys, we will see you Wednesday, for we still haven't named this damn show yet, and or whatever we call it. And then we'll catch you next Sunday for the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show.
somebody, if you can, suggest a good name for it, and I'll donate one of my dollars I've won.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, ante the pot right there.
There you go. And Evan's got to get his money because I left so much shit over at his house. He's keeping it for ransom.
At least I got a T-shirt and a phone charger and some shit out of it.
Man, you got a lot of shit. But anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. And like always, man, be good to one another. We got an election coming up. Even if your friends are on the other side, remember, man, peace and love, baby. Peace and love. We're all in this shit together.
Amen.
Peace.